Hello my friends and welcome back to New Dalancia, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition series. The final chamber of the secret underground lair of Ezigon lay before the party, beneath the solitary home of the Duergar called Melgar. Anterius approached prior to their entry and requested the presence of Ahara to assist with the archaeologists' discovery of a second entrance into the ancient dwarven ruin of Dhin Tharum. Inside, they found the bloated zombie of Ezigon, who still cried out for his husband Melgar, even in death. After slaying the undead, the friends made their way back upstairs to explain the situation to Melgar. Although Cymrim inquired into his knowledge of the ruin, he refused to provide any further information, pleading that he had spent many years trying to forget that terrible place and the happenings there. The party continued on to Dhin Tharum, where the great gates were opened, and together the friends, along with Cymrim and Govan, as well as House Drach, proceeded into the ancient city. In the foyer of the ruin, a great gate stood before them with 6 statues, each donning the pendant of a dwarven great house, all except one, around the neck of which Tess placed the pendant bearing the symbol of the leafless tree. The gate open, the party entered the guard barracks, where they found the first piece of the story of this place. The gate had been ordered shut by someone called the High Summoner. A large switch opened the main gate into the town square, where the party was accosted by a group of zombies. They quickly dispatched them, and they're about to start exploring the rest of the ancient ruin. I used my creepy voice for that one.
I was creeped out.
Were you creeped out? Did it give you chills?
Ooh.
Were they sexy chills?
Bit.
All right.
Nice.
Welcome back, everybody. And returning with us today is Misku.
Friendlo.
And also Ahara, who was out last week. So, I'd actually like to go ahead and open up with you two. So, Misku, you awaken at the camp, or at the campsite where the caravan has stopped. As you look around, you notice that your friends are all missing, as is all of the leadership here. But before you, there is a great gate. It's currently shut. And there are handfuls of these dwarves milling around. Some are in tents. You see a tent in front of you, actually, where there are several dwarves around a table.
Yes, I will peek my head in and see what's going on over there.
So the dwarves inside this tent, they have a map, kind of lay it out, and they sort of have this side of this mountain drawn with this great gate in front of them, and the rest of this map seems to be blank. You can see there are diagrams of the tents on the front of the map. Here it looks like this. Well, the front of it looks like that anyway. So as you approach, the dwarves kind of all go silent, looking at you. And from behind you, you hear footsteps. The clanking of armor, and it sounds like 2 sets.
I will spin around and see where that's coming from.
Anterius approaches with Ahara in tow behind you. You're curious as to where the rest of your friends are.
Yeah.
Ahara, on the way here, Anterius has explained that in covering sort of the sides of this mountain, they found a path off to one of the sides, and it led into this old cave where they found a small opening in one of the walls, and found their way inside what they believe to be one of the back rooms of Dhin Tharum.
Shit.
So that the reason they've called you Ahara is because they want you to lead the team that goes down there. It's going to consist of you and Misku and, well, you and someone and Anterius. Anterius, upon seeing you, Misku, waves. "Oh, friend, you're awake. How do you feel?"
Still trying to figure that out. Suddenly I'm back, though.
Well, you seem to be okay. Albeit you smell of sweat, and, you know,
So
you
nothing
probably have a
changed.
lot of questions.
Tinky.
Stay.
Yes, you were out cold for 3 days. After everyone else woke up, you remained sleeping with a high fever. We had the healers
like I had
looking
it.
over you.
Sounds like I must have partied a little too hard.
So it would seem. We were wondering if the trip through time, I suppose, may have taken its toll on you.
Hey, I was kind of wondering how we got back here. I must have slept the whole way through.
Indeed you did. We had to dump the wagon some ways back, but we've kept you on the stretcher the entire way. As you look back into the tent, you notice that the bedding that you were sleeping on is actually a stretcher that they just kind of laid down on the ground.
Oh, hey.
You know, and you had a blanket and pillow and stuff.
I mean, I've had worse beds.
More than likely. Well, with you awake, this makes things a lot easier. We won't have to deal with that dreadful Healthius. Misku, are you feeling up to a little adventure?
Always. Let's go.
Alright, well, we make our way for a entrance that the archaeologists have found, a secondary entrance other than the great gate you see before you, that we believe leads down into Dhin Tharum. Worth a look? What do you say?
Absolutely.
So he leads you down. He leads you down this very narrow path along the mountainside, and it kind of wraps around for a time, say around 15-20 minutes of walking. And before long, you do find a very narrow opening in kind of the rock face on the side of this this mountain. So there is a small cave, nothing much of interest here, kind of wet actually, and it leads inward for a time before you finally come into a wall where there is an opening with a lot of loose rock just kind of hanging out. But beyond that, you actually see what looks like a brick wall, or like a stone wall, essentially.
Oh, it's flat, or
Through the other side, basically looking through the crack, you kind of have enough light to see there's like a back wall behind it that is perfectly, like, unnaturally flat and looks to be like cobble and yeah.
Search for switches of any sort, or
Go ahead and roll an investigation. Go ahead and bring this back over. So Misku, in investigating the wall and all of the rock, you can tell that this seems to be a cave that has been naturally formed over time. It doesn't seem to have any mechanisms or anything like that, but the rock that seems to have fallen here and is sort of piled up appears to be a section of wall that has collapsed, which looks unstable, but you think if you kind of dig through it, you guys could make your way through.
Starting to dig sounds sensible.
All right.
All right, so I'd like you both to roll strength checks.
$15.
Awesome. Misku, 10. Cool. So we're going to say it takes you about, not even that long, maybe 10 more minutes. You, Anterius, and, Ahara, you, Anterius, and Misku, to dig through this wall. So opening it up, you are immediately assaulted by the smell of rotting flesh and dust. This is definitely a very old section of tunnel, definitely man-made. So let me drag you in.
Oof, it stinks.
And please don't move your characters around or anything yet.
No, you.
Okay. Oh, yes, and Anterius, if you please. I think Anterius kind of slides off down this hallway.
Just no foot movement, just tactic slides across the ground.
Oh, he kind of like, whoop, past you.
Whoop, whoop.
Oop.
It's very crowded in here. It's very small.
At this point, everyone, I would like you to go ahead and roll an initiative.
That was quick.
One moment, I've got a situation in chat.
I didn't click my person.
Ah, there we go.
I also forgot to click.
That's okay. I will take care of that. Oh, whoops. Ah. There it is. It's so wonky. Okay. So
Ian Fair rolled a 3.14.
Oh, I am so sorry. I did not mean for everyone to reroll initiative. That's okay. That is okay. I meant for the four of us.
Whoops. You said everyone, and I was like, okay.
That is okay. That is
Meanwhile,
perfectly fine.
That's okay. It's not that much different from what my original initiative was.
Meanwhile, elsewhere, Tess chases a butterfly this turn.
All right, so we have... Whoops. Okay. Okay, yeah, that gets everything. So we're reason I'm having you roll a knit, we're gonna actually I'm gonna try keeping this in it throughout the dungeon and seeing how that works out for the next session or two.
Okay.
This will be our test session for that. All right. So, Ahara, as you cross the threshold, you notice that the rock at the top of this this portal that you've walked through is quite loose. It seems like any sudden erratic movement may cause it to collapse, and you may find yourself stuck.
We should definitely be careful in here. This rock looks loose.
Anterius kind of looks over. He's being quiet. Seems like he's being kind of cautious. Let me... Ahara, go ahead and roll a perception check, if you please.
$17.
There are sounds coming from this direction.
Where? I can see a click.
Let me, Oh, wait, maybe it's shift.
There it
I
is.
think it's shift. Yeah, it's right here.
Got it. So there's... Sounds like there's sounds from around this corner. I guess I'll motion, then I don't know, like point in my ear and point around the corner or something. I don't want to actually make any noise.
So we are in a dark cave, correct?
Yes, it is dark.
Okay. So, and Anterius is human, correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So we can't see.
So one of us should probably be on point on this one.
So, Anterius, I think he's going to go ahead and light a torch.
Okay.
So let me make him emit about 10 feet worth of low light. Can everyone see that?
No. What should I see?
Huh.
It's got a Tetris L block worth of vision.
You know what? Maybe you can't see it because you have dark vision. No, that's okay. All right. So Anterius lights up a torch. He does notice the gesture that you make, Ahara.
I guess I'll probably try. Can I try and like stealth and look around the corner?
Yeah, you absolutely can. What tools do you have on you?
Mediocre stealth. Tools? I've got a loot. That's pretty much it. I can dig with it, but it wouldn't be very useful.
Okay. So stealth. You rolled a 12 on stealth? Okay. You try to be the sneaky.
All right, and can I like look around the corner? You told me not to move my thing. I'm not sure if I should like drag it that way.
So as you peer around the corner, oh yeah, I guess you can do that in real time. That's kind of cool, actually. So as you kind of peer around the corner, I don't know if you,
Yeah, I saw
that. Perfect. So you notice like a figure. It looks like sort of a, I guess like a lurched over humanoid, similar as the ones you've seen in recent encounters. And they moan, or it moans, as you kind of peer around the corner. Are you intent on moving your character at all? You may do so.
I just wanted to look around the corner and see if I could see anything. And I did. So I'm going to indicate kind of that there's something there. It looked like some sort of a zombie. I don't know if I can make like a bah kind of face and point.
I feel like we'd get that.
Everyone else, or Misku, Ahara gestures to you that there is danger around the corner.
How can I signal back how much danger?
I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can. You could. I mean, you could probably whisper it. You'd get away with that. You're like really quiet. You could like mouth it at him.
I could do like 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger shrug.
Yeah, there you go. So that he does that, Ahara.
I only saw one, so I'm gonna kind of shrug back and say one.
And then I motion with my hands like out wide, and then like real small. Like is it big, small?
It's like person zombie size. Like I don't know, like like medium, I guess. I could
Alright,
probably shoot it.
alright.
I'm gonna motion like a shooting motion and then shrug.
You give a thumbs up.
All right, I'm gonna try to take a shot at it.
All right.
All right.
So he's got partial cover. Please roll that with disadvantage. As you can tell by the source of light. That's kind of neat, actually. It's half cover.
Do I think
That worked out well.
Oh no, archery gives me an. Oh, okay. I'm thinking there's a feat. I don't think I have it. Oh, sharpshooter, I think it is. Yeah, no, never mind. Okay, ignore me. I'm going to roll. Oh, Jesus.
So, the moment that you open fire, you see this humanoid kind of flip around, and immediately makes eye contact with you. He is now aware of your presence.
Well.
All right.
Also missed.
So we're moving on to Cyrene. Cyrene, you, the rest of you, you've just dropped all of these zombies. Let me go ahead and... Oh wait, that's the wrong button again. So, you just dropped all of these zombies. There is a... you seem to be in what looks to be sort of like a town square kind of area. Now that you're kind of getting a chance to look around, there are stalls around. Ian Fear, to your left, you see that there are kind of some paintings hanging out. In fact, the entire booth right next to you seems to have a lot of different like paintings and various artwork. Cyrene, however...
Can I...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, can I, like, investigate them and see, like, how long ago they were made?
The zombies?
Like the art, or like...
Oh, the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to move over there?
Yeah, I would want to look at that first, probably.
Sure. Okay, so go ahead and... let's go ahead and move you over there. Just kind of move into any of the positions you want to be in over there.
Beep.
Okay, so you start to... you guys see Cyrene start to pick up these pieces of artwork and kind of reviewing them. I'd like you to roll... It's actually a good question. What would I like you to roll?
History, maybe?
Yeah, let's roll a history. That's a good one, yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. So 21 in history. So these look, as far as age goes, you're not really able to date these. They're nothing like anything you've ever seen. And you know, you've seen a few pieces of art before, things that were dropped by travelers, things that travelers were carrying, that you may have pilfered off them or may not have. But these are different. You can definitely tell that they're dwarven because you spent so much time near dwarven cities and, you know, seeing dwarven merchants and travelers. But other than that, they seem to depict, I guess they seem to depict scenes that you are not used to seeing. The inside of rock walls, there are various portraits of what appear to be Duragar, and things of that fashion. But the styling itself, you just can't place.
Okay.
Oh, yes, and all of them seem to have this very... in the portraits, one thing that sticks out to you is that many of them in this particular pile happen to have these very large, very elaborately, very detailed noses, of all things. So these, and they're kind of given these very prominent, kind of nose in the air, sort of very stately, I guess, look about them in the portraits. But yes, you notice that
Cyrene would probably just laugh at that.
the noses in specific seem to be kind of larger than what they look like they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps just the style of this artist. Would you like to take any action other than, well, I guess your action would be sifting through the stuff.
No, I'm good. That's the end of my turn.
Likely, these are very expensive.
Well, very expensive. Cool.
Anterius. I'm gonna roll a stealth, and you know, oh, that was Valphalin. I'm so sorry. That was the wrong character. Why I put those in the exact same position? Can do that again. So this is a stealth check. And I probably should have rolled that with disadvantage, so let me just roll that one more time, because he is wearing... Oh! Nice! Anterius, still kind of sneaking, moves around the corner. Yeah, there really isn't a way that he's going to be able to stealth this, so I guess I'm just going to negate the stealth check, and let's have him make an attack. Oh yeah, I should probably... Oh, you know what, this soundtrack is good. Let's do that. Let's go with that. And we have, what, 12? 18. That is a hit. 4 damage. Awesome. Tess, you're up.
I'm gonna go explore the same hallway that Cyrene is checking out and see the artwork.
You see a, so you start kind of looking through the artwork as Cyrene is sort of thumbing through it. You make a, can you actually also roll a history check? I'll let you do that. You're scoping it out. What really speaks to you about this art is the stately way that these dwarves are positioned in each of their portraits. Like this definitely seems to be a style of this particular artist, and they seem to be depicting them as though they are, you know, these very separate individuals from, you know, the common class, essentially.
Like a royal family.
Yeah, that's what...
Are these like political cartoons?
Yeah, they seem to be dressed very prominently. Like these are definitely dwarves who appear to be a cut above the rest. And they're making that... The artist seems to go out of their way to make that quite apparent, particularly with the way that the nose is positioned and the way that it is very large.
I'm imagining like World of Warcraft, like dwarves, but... okay.
Yeah, this is...
Tess is just checking out everything and trying to make sense of it.
But like with Nigel Thornberry nose. Very much.
Nigel Thornberry. Respect.
So Govin makes his way around to this hallway over here. And you see him sort of peeking around the corner. He calls back to Valphalin. Looks to be clear. Smethic brushes past the two of you. He starts... he kind of looks over at the art. You see him sort of give an eye roll, and he continues to move forward, and he walks over to this card and dusts off one of the crates, and looks very closely at it. He turns to you, Tess, and he says, "It smells of rust." "It smells of rust." That's his voice. Misku, you're up.
All right. So, which way is which? I can still only see this L shape.
So there appears to be there is a
Okay.
so there is a gate right here, or a door. No, it's a door. It's a door.
I can go up to, is it 30 feet in a turn? Or 60? I can't remember which, or 40.
It's
None of
60 feet running, 30 feet
Okay.
walking. Walking
I'll
or
take
sneaking.
my first 15 to right here. And I should probably actually move him.
Where are you going?
This way. Wait.
Yeah,
No.
you can't move past that door. As soon as you walk up to the door, it's yeah, it seems to be shut tight.
Okay. So, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Hello, zombie. We're going to attack this guy.
So this is an interesting room to you, Misku, because in this room there appear to be various implements of torture. There are cages, one of which contains some skeletons, two of which lie open, and these two zombies, perhaps prisoners, are also in the same room. There are various rusted, like pokers and things like that, that seem to have some like old blood caked on them, and they perhaps you actually recognize these as like ways that guards can kind of prod at prisoners in these cages through the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Those are hanging on the walls. Each one has this different kind of poking apparatus on it, either just a straight kind of thrusting tool, or some of them have like a fucking looking like a hook thing.
Not a fan.
As for your attack, it hits.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's roll that damage.
All right. And did you rage? I don't remember you saying
I
you
did not
rage.
rage.
Okay, so this is just a minus 10. Whoops.
Let me turn that off. Had it off. There we go. Should have come up again.
Okay. So you smash this zombie in the face. He is bloodied, by the way.
Alright, that's my turn.
Balphalin starts making his way toward the hallway as well. He peeks around the corner and kind of steps out into it. Ianfear, you're up.
All right. Well, while they're exploring those areas, I'm gonna move around over here and see what's over. Hang on, where was I? Okay.
Didn't see you move.
It's because I'm still dragging around. So
Let me see what you see. So Ianfear, at the end of this, or well, not at the end of this hallway, but in this hallway, you can see a gate that is currently shut. That's about all you're able to make out from your current position.
so I'll actually call out to everyone else. Hey, it looks like there's another pathway down and sort of like down over where I am.
Valphalin looks around at you. Your voice echoes through this place. At first, it's a little bit alarming, but nothing seems to happen. So, Kimrim makes her way over to you and peeks around the hallway. Says the way seems blocked. She moves up to the gate, and you see her grab it and give it a shake. There's a rattling, but she turns around. No, it's locked. Locked tight. Oh, do you have any actions you want to take, Ian Fear?
Well, seeing that this thing is locked, is it? So you said this is a gate?
Yes, it is a gate.
Can I see through it?
No, you cannot.
So not from where I'm at the moment. Okay.
No, you actually can't see through it at all. So it's like a gate with like a solid like stone piece to it. So it's like this metallic kind of wiring in front of a stone piece.
All right. Yeah, there was no actions I was going to take.
Okay. All right. So zombie is going to slam into Anterius. And that's a miss. Same thing for the other one. And that, also a miss. Ahara, you're up.
All right. I have to get closer first. I can't really see anything. Oh, no, I do. Let me move Talos first, because then I'll lose him. Okay, so I'm going to come around, and I guess, can I tell if any of them are damaged more than the others?
This one appears to be pretty messed up. The other appears to be fine.
All right, I'm going to Hunter's Mark this guy. And then I'm going to fire at him. Or her, I guess. It's hard to tell with zombies. Although I'm a bit close, aren't I?
I'm not sure what the rules are for point blanking.
So I should have disadvantage on anything within my, like, if I'm in melee range. There's a feat that I don't think I have any feats, and I don't remember if the skills are.
Yeah, I don't think point blank shot is a thing in a D&D 5th. But you do have short sword +1s that you could use as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with my short sword then. Hold on, I have global attack modifiers. Okay, now I'm ready. There we go. 20.
Hit.
Oh, I didn't roll Hunter's Mark. So 11.
All right, and he is wounded. You have a second short sword if you'd like to make another attack.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. Okay. I don't know that I can easily adjust. Okay, I'll just roll it and then we'll.
It's a -2 for your offhand.
Is it just -2? I thought it was like don't add the other thing or something. Don't add your proficiency.
No, yeah, that has to do with proficiency of the weapon. So I'm gonna call it a -2. That sounds fine for now. I'll research it more later.
Works for me.
23. That is a hit. And -10.
Does Hunter's Mark apply to every hit, or is it just the first hit?
That is a good question.
You deal extra 1d6 damage to target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
There you go. Please roll your Hunter's Mark.
1.
All right, so zombie. Drops.
Groaning out. Pains.
gray. Yeah, no. Cyrene, we're back to you.
Okay, so I was just like looking at the art, and I guess I'm not sure. Like, I know that there's some more stuff over here. It looks like there's some papers or something. Can I just go through those?
More art. It's
More art.
seems to be from the same artist as well.
Okay. Can I just roll like an investigation to see if anything looks interesting?
Well, all of it looks very interesting. You think that a lot of this stuff would be very expensive in the current market, because I mean this is an ancient dwarven ruin, especially like given the context here. These paintings have probably never seen the surface world, not in however long this place has been sealed.
But am fairy, so no care.
Sure.
She's just like, meh. Yeah, it's old. I've lived for a very long time too.
Okay.
But so I guess she's just gonna look like over here.
You know what? Actually, behind the stall, you do find a small sack of gold coins.
Oh, okay.
We'll call it 9 gold coins.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna pocket those.
Seems at the time he wasn't doing very well selling these paintings.
Apparently not. Yeah, those are for me. They're shiny. I keep.
Okay.
And I guess that's my turn.
All right. Anterius makes another attack with his longsword. That is a hit. For 8 damage. Nope. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, actually, he passed. So he cuts into the zombie. He seems to sever the majority of the neck, but the zombie kind of lurches back and shrieks, and but he seems to keep going. Tess.
I'm going to investigate this hallway over here and a little bit toward the north.
Okay. So at the you start to make out a stall toward the back of the hallway here. To your left, as you approach this hallway, there appears to be a stall with what did I make this? Looks to be like various tools, and like they have like a selection of different what looks to be cooking knives and like, you know, cutlery and that sort of thing. There are different like cooking utensils and things like that. Sort of a smaller stall.
Okay.
Any other actions you want to take?
No.
Govin starts to move down this hallway. Once again stops at the side, kind of takes a look around. Looks to be clear. Misku, you're up.
Alright. Sorry, I had to get that for a second. This guy's down. This guy's still up, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and swing again. Oh, thank you. There we go. at 12.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So 13.
Okay. Sorry about that. So, have him roll one more time. Yeah, that's a fail. And he's down.
All right, and then I'm going to use my rest of my turn to get some moving in. Let's move to here. Oh. Oh, is this just... They're walls? This is just walls?
So as you look around the room, like I said, you see various implements hanging from the walls. Over near Ahara, there appears to be another hook that seems to have a key attached to it.
Alright, I guess I will grab that key. Do I see a door anywhere to unlock it with?
Not in here, no.
Alright, I guess I will start to head back with the key. To there is where I could move to, I think. Wait,
As you
no.
come back around the... As you come back around here, it seems that the entryway has started to kind of cave a little bit. There's some rubble laying on the floor.
Alright, I shout back to the rest. We probably don't want to stay in here too long. It looks like we might have a cave-in starting.
All right. All right.
It's my
Well,
turn.
oh, crap. There we go. Sorry. Being sidetracked here. So, Valphalin also slowly making his way down the toward the end of the hall, peeks around. He's going to light up a torch as well. Let's give him about 10 feet of low light. He starts to kind of move down this hall. Ian Fear, you're up.
Okay. Well, since this gate looks pretty solid, from what I'm gonna just go explore some more around over here. Hang on. Over here.
Right, at the end of this hallway, or this, it's kind of a large hallway, and at the end of it there's another of the stalls. This one appears to have different types of clothing, all of which look to be torn and sort of beat up looking, as far as you can tell from here. There may be more in the back, though. You can continue moving down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sort of check this area out.
Okay. Over here, as you had passed by, there was another stall with some various tools on there. All of them look to be very old, many of them rusted.
And you said this was what now?
So this is a stall where it looks like they sold some various clothing. Like I said, all of the clothing here looks to be kind of tattered and torn, and or some of the metal bits are like rusted and corroded and things like that.
Any interesting looking, like, I don't know, necklaces or like even like cheap costume jewelry or whatever?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Let's see. $18.
All right. So yeah, you do find some pieces of clothing you think could make viable, like costumes and things like that. Might take a little bit of work though.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just pick out whatever looks the least moth-eaten or worn or whatever. Just whatever is the most potentially usable.
Okay, I'm gonna say you go through all of the clothes that are available there, and you kind of find several different implements you think you could make various different types of costumes. Go ahead and put like costume materials in your inventory. We'll go with that.
All right. Also, greetings to Deadeye 313. Okay. Costume materials. And yeah, I think that'll be it.
All right. Kimrim, after rattling the gate, seems to follow you around the side here. She watches as you kind of peruse through everything and just kind of picking up the cloth and looking at it. And, but she doesn't seem to take anything or find anything of interest. She's just kind of like looking at the stuff, kind of noting the type of fabric. But yeah, she doesn't say anything like that. The zombies are dead. Cyrene, you're up.
Okay, so Cyrene was just over here, just chilling, and she's going to move now. If I can do that. Sorry, I have to switch between like pan move and like select move.
No problem. Oh, I think if you're in select move, you can right click and it'll pan.
Oh, okay. Well, she's just gonna move up and try to like listen for anything or hear anything. So like maybe an investigation.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay.
That was actually intimidation. Can you reroll that, please?
Yeah.
But whatever she's investigating is going to be definitely intimidated by her.
Now. There we go.
Oh, nice. So before you, well, you don't actually hear anything besides the footsteps of the others echoing through the town square area before you. But as you move into toward the stall before you, this is a stall that contains various books, actually. There are many texts here that you have never seen before in all of your time, and you, being someone who does enjoy reading quite a bit, I've picked up your share of books from merchants that you've stolen or things like that. You don't recognize any of the titles on any of these books. Again, they all look very old. Many of the pages on them are sort of tattered looking.
Okay. So, I know Elvish and Sylvan, so I'm not able to like read any of them because they're probably in Dwarvish, right?
Many of them are in Dwarvish. You could have them translated, however.
Okay. Am I able to like grab a couple?
Sure, you could grab a couple.
Okay.
Put them in your sack.
Like 2 books.
Sounds good.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Let's see. Okay, go ahead and add that to your inventory. 2 unknown books.
Okay.
Anterius makes his way behind you, Misku. And he said, trying the gate?
Yeah, I guess this key would probably go to this door, ideally. Before I have to start trying to smash.
Well, shall I then?
Misku hands it off.
He walks up to the gate. Anterius inserts the key. And the gate creaks open. Yet another gate bars the path. Anterius also is able to open that one up using the exact same key. Easy money. He continues down to the end of the hall where he... actually, no, he doesn't. He just opens up that door, kind of leaves it there. Tess, you're up.
I'm just going to investigate this hallway over here since Cyrene has the other part already handled. Just checking out the walls in the room, essentially.
You can go all the way in if you'd like.
We go in.
All right. Inside this final chamber of the town square, there is yet another stall. This one quite a bit more elaborate than the rest that you've seen. Under a canopy, over on the left-hand side here, there are sets of tables and chairs, and a bar set up over on the right. There are various implements of cooking, and you believe that this is a sort of restaurant or bar.
Ooh.
You see some kegs that are laid out behind the bar area as well. Everything seems very old and dusty, and that really is all there is to tell. Any actions here? Okay. All right, Misku, you're up.
All right. Let's wander into the unknown. All right. And can I make out that guy from where I'm at?
Around the corner, you see a lurched over humanoid. As you come around the corner, he turns towards you. His eyes kind of glint, but you definitely notice that that very same kind of dead look.
Okay, I'm going to...
Sorry, did not mean to hit next turn yet.
Use the rest of my turn to post up right here. And we will go ahead and pop rage.
Ahara, you hear this echo from down the hall. This is, yeah, definitely the sounds of combat. What'd you say, Ahara?
Just save some for me.
Ian Fear, you're up.
Sorry, give me 1 minute.
No problem.
Okay then. Well, we explored around these corners. Let's go towards where everyone else seems to be walking to. I'm gonna. So let's see. That's 15. 5, 10, 15. So yeah, we'll come around this card here, and then.
Kimmeren's just kind of shadowing you.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll just come up right beside Tess.
Cool. Works for me. Ahara.
All right. I'm gonna follow around this corner and see. Okay, so I see Anterius. And let's see. I don't see much around that corner. I guess I heard the sounds coming from this way, though.
Yeah, the sound's coming from around the corner here.
All right, I'm gonna dash to keep moving. And that's pretty much as far as I can get.
So you see Misku kind of rushing toward this, yet another zombie.
So many zombies. I think that's all I can do.
All right. Misku, as you, it's not currently your turn, but I would like to point out that around the neck of this zombie, there is a very telltale looking pendant.
All right. Do I recognize this? Is it like something symbol or something, or?
You can't really make it out quite yet.
All right. Noted.
Cyrene, you're up.
So Cyrene is done looking in here, so she's just gonna kind of let me move her real quick. Just gonna go like to the middle of the hall here, middle of the town square, and just look around. You know, just fairy flying around.
There's some more braziers on each of the sides of the room here. Again, you see you see a stall here that has various, looks like different cutlery and like plates and things like that. This one seems to have different tools.
Okay, so she's just gonna kind of join the rest of these people up here, and
Okay.
that's my turn.
Very well. Whoa, what is going on? What? Okay. Anterius rushes around you. He's going to take a swing at the zombie. Oh yeah, that's a hit. Oh yeah, right. Ooh. Gotta learn how to type. All right. And Tess is not currently... Tess is currently occupied. I'm going to go ahead and pass her turn for now. Where is everybody? Okay. Zombie lunges forward at you, Misku. Runs up and attempts to slam into you. And you sidestep it quite easily. Misku, you're up.
Alright, buddy. Let's line him up. I'm gonna assume that's a hit.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Swing 14.
All right, so we have 16 damage with that. All right, so he's pretty beat up looking. He looks like he's almost down. Did you have multiple attacks? I think you have multiple attacks.
I have not activated Frenzy just yet.
You don't get an extra attack for being level 5? Oh crap, we forgot to level you up. Did you not get your extra attack yet? Oh no, I guess not. Interesting, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, remember we received the level after the monolith while he was still asleep.
That's right. That is right. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Al's going to make his way back around the hall. Ianfear, you're up.
Wait, so what was this place again that you described to Tess?
It looks to be sort of an eatery. There appear to also be kegs sitting behind the sort of the bar area here, which implies that they may have also served alcohol. Either that or there's some pretty raunchy punch or something in those.
Well,
probably just beer.
Even like old alcohol, like 500 years old supposedly, or whatever it is, for however long it's been, like I can't imagine it's that good anymore. Might be pretty strong though.
Yeah, no, not beer. No, it would definitely have turned.
All right, so
definitely have soured.
Cyrene's been over there. Oh, okay.
Now, wine, on the other hand, I believe would still be good.
Wine gets better with age.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's not really that's not really going to be that. I'm going to head back out and towards. I'm going to head down to the direction to where we first encountered those zombies. And that's going to be all my movement.
Okay. All right, and Tess is back, so I'm going to go ahead and let her take her turn. So Ianfear had walked up momentarily. I guess had a brief exchange with you, and then took off back toward the center of the town square.
Okay, I'm just gonna check out the tent, and I know Dwarvish, so I'm gonna see if there's like anything that I can read around here.
There is a faded old menu that is hung. You can't really make out any words on it, though. It's too caked with dust and other debris. But definitely had some writing on it at some point. Looking around, there isn't really much else to read. Let's have you roll an investigation check. What are you looking for?
I'm just kind of taking a look at the stall and taking a look at like the walls around it and just trying to get a feel for the place.
Oh, okay. So as you're poking about the tables and whatnot, I'll say you find one silver piece laying on the ground. Otherwise, there are various bowls and cups and things like that appear to have uneaten food, albeit very rotted.
Yeah, so really old.
Yeah, very old, very rotted. You can definitely smell like the rotting food that's in this area. Definitely like long gone.
I definitely recommend not drinking the punch from around here.
Yeah, don't drink the punch. That would be bad.
Blech.
However, the state that things are in seems to imply that whatever had occurred here may have interrupted people in their daily lives.
Okay. That would end my turn.
Okay. Ian Fair, any other actions?
Yeah, no. I moved down here. That's about as far as I can get for the moment.
Kimmerin follows you. She kind of rubs the front of these crates. You see her reading what looks to be like a little, like a small metallic. Do I want to call it a plaque? It's like a label that's on one of the crates. Interesting. Ahara, you're up.
All right. Is this zombie guy still standing?
He is, yes.
All right. I'm gonna send Talos to kind of help me on the other side to give me advantage to attack him. And pew pew. Oh, I didn't roll advantage, but I guess it doesn't matter. So it's a 30.
All right. Yeah, that is a hit.
And I didn't check Hunter's. Oh, I didn't put Hunter's mark on him. Okay, so just 10.
Zombie. That was versus a... No, that's a pass. So your arrow sinks straight through the head of this zombie who reels back for a moment, but suddenly locks eyes with you once again. Strange.
Weird.
Looked like it would have killed him, but these guys just seem to keep kicking. Cyrene, you're up.
Alright, so Cyrene is just gonna move around. I think everything's pretty much been explored, correct?
Yeah, in this area that we're in.
Yeah. So she's just gonna move. Let me see. I guess back kind of towards the entrance of this and just, I mean, that's really all we can do right now. So she's gonna walk around, move around, just go like up here. Just chilling.
Yeah, okay, that works for me. So you see Govin and Valphalin toward the end of this hallway. They're kind of peering around the side, and they look like they're being very cautious otherwise.
Alright, so she's gonna kind of keep her guard up. And that's me.
All right. Anterius is going to take another swing at the zombie. That is a hit. He cuts into the zombie very deeply, but the zombie still doesn't go down. Tess, you're up.
Alright, so just kind of exploring this area. Is this like a kitchen?
Seems to be a kitchen area. There's a small counter in front of you where there's like a very, very small lockbox underneath.
Okay, is it completely locked? Is it a tiny lockbox that I can take with me?
It is a tiny lockbox, but it doesn't appear to be locked.
Okay, let's open it and see what's inside.
Money.
How much money?
Let's say... $14 gold.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way outside of this room. It has been thoroughly investigated. And then move right over here. Is this a table full of like weapons?
So this is various tools. You see like, let's see, you see like a telescope, you see some, just various, yeah, some like various like, pickaxes and things like that. But no weapons, nothing of that sort. There are some like cartographer's tools, but all of them look very old, and it's likely if you tried to put them to any use, they would simply crumble.
Okay.
There are quite a lot of them, though, so it's possible there could be something in there worthwhile.
Okay. I'll go ahead and dig through the tools.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. We have a 19. One moment, please.
Yeet.
Let's say you find a set of thieves' tools that look like they'll work fine. You also find a set of, let's say, weaver's tools that also look like they'll work.
Thieves' tools and weavers' tools?
Thieves' tools and weaver's tools, yes.
Okay, I'll just pick those up and put them straight to me inventory.
In the pocket. Cyrene, you're in earshot of this. You hear Govin kind of lean over to Valphalin. Do you see anything? No. It seems clear. Misku, you're up.
Alright. So, zombie friend still up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really lasting this one.
Smash. Mash. Please be dead.
11. Okay. He's down.
Finally.
Jeez.
Alright, I'm I'm gonna move into this corner over here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. And up.
Yet another door.
Oh, right. I should grab the key off that guy, huh?
This room is rather interesting to you.
I guess I'll grab the key and then I'll search the room a little bit. See if I can find anything else hidden around in here.
All right.
So investigation.
So which key are you trying to grab?
Or I'm grabbing the thing around the zombie's neck.
So, as you search the zombie's corpse, there indeed is a pendant around this zombie's neck. As you pick it up, you're actually able to identify it as the same pendant that Smethic wears around his neck, which you know to be the insignia of House Drach.
Alright. Is there anything special about the pendant? Can I open it? Is there what's going on with the pendant?
So the pendant, from what you can tell in other dwarves that you've met, namely Govin and Kimrim, it appears to be a sign of importance, of royalty, essentially. So it's like a sign of high standing in one of the dwarven great houses. So at some point, whoever this person was, they were a person of importance in House Drach. What they were doing in a place like this, a torture chamber, what will you do now?
Hey man, I don't kink shame.
I guess I'll search the body's pockets.
Sifting through this dwarf's pockets, he doesn't appear to have anything on his person. You do notice that the clothes that he's wearing are quite ripped and torn, and around his wrist is a clasp from what looks like broke off of a chain long ago. Possibly one of the very chains that's attached to one of the two tables here.
I guess I will search around the tables then.
Searching around the rest of the room, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I found my own feet. There they are.
So, your investigation of the room doesn't yield anything of very valuable. Anything very valuable. You do find a coil of hempen rope, right there. You also find the gate on the other side over here. You sort of mess around with the gate for a bit and find that it seems loose, although it's still locked.
I would say, can I try and break the door down, but I already used my attack for this turn, so I guess that's my turn if there's nothing else in the room.
Okay.
And I grab the pendant.
Very well. Phelan, we're going to skip his turn for now. Ian Fear, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna come down here to where those zombies were at, and hang on. Let's see, that's 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'm going to come right down here to the area where we saw the zombies come from.
This place stinks. The stall before you has a wealth of different types of meats, all of which are rotted and disgusting. There are many of them that are kind of on the floor. It seems like the zombies who had accosted you earlier were eating of this meat. There are several barrels in the corner that are also emitting this very rotten stench. Yeah, actually, roll a constitution check, please.
Man, I'm gone for 4 weeks, and you guys turn this into Resident Evil. I'm gone.
You're fine. Stinks like crazy, though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna can't wait to get out of here because that was all my movement, so.
Kimmeray actually breaks off from you and starts toward Govan and Valphalin. Ahara, you're up.
All right. I think I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna look around the corner there. Oh, is there a door over here?
Yes, there is a door over here. It's actually it's like a gate. You can kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Look at it and see if there's a way to open it.
So you can kind of see through, and as you sort of mess with it, it seems loose. It's locked, but it seems loose. Weakened, if you will.
Maybe I could kick it real hard.
You want to try kicking it? Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Roll a strength. Oh, yeah. So you kick this gate, and one of the hinges, with its rust, it kind of just snaps, and yeah, you kind of missed that. you turn that rusted hinge into a mist of this powder. So, yeah, that
Kneel
gate
before Zod.
Gate opens right up.
Awesome. All right. I guess that's gonna probably be it. I was standing here, I think. Yeah, that's as far as I can go.
All right. Cyrene, you're up.
All right, so Cyrene is just going to make her way down this little hallway here just to get closer to them. A moment. Doot. Yep, she's just gonna chill down here just in case anything happens. Just hang out. And that's my turn.
Yeah, so you approach Valphalin.
Yeah. Yeah, just to be there. I mean, if everyone else is over here, I might as well be.
Yeah, he's kind of peeking around the corner, looking down the hall. He looks like he's being very cautious. Anterius moves forward and kind of steps out slowly into the hallway. Looks left and right, and he calls back to you, Ahara. Seems clear. Tess, you're up.
Is this a brazier right here?
It
That's
is.
right next to me. I'm gonna go ahead and light one of my torches and then light that on fire.
Burning bras.
Oop. That didn't work the way I wanted it to.
And there's another one as well, right?
Yeah, there's one over here.
Well, might as well. Gonna go ahead and light this one on fire too.
Okay. Wow. It's
Just for some extra light.
Okay. Those are lit.
Alright, so now that they're providing a little bit more light, I'm just gonna head back toward this way. And then I guess that'll be my turn.
All right. So just as before, down here, you see like clothing and different, different tailored stuff. Looks like somebody has recently rifled through it. Govin kind of steps out around the corner. And you kind of see him move down to the end of the hall and peek around before he takes a step out. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to skip your turn. Misku. You're up.
All right. I was supposed to be over here before. So let's...
Yeah, you're cool. We're not in combat, so I'm not really worried about how far you move during your turn. It's more about what you do during your turn.
Let me...
Don't go crazy, though. Like, don't try to move to the other side of the thing.
Let's see what my options are.
I'll let you move up to the length of a sprint, so up to 120 feet per turn. Let's call it.
I want to head down
Longer turns.
this way. So let's look at my distance from back there. I'll say I'll go about 55.
Okay. Any actions you want to take along the way? Anything like that?
I guess I'll just keep my eye out for anything. Oh, what is... Hello, room.
This is sort of an interesting structure to you because there's this narrow hall that seems to lead into sort of an entryway with a desk placed as though it's some sort of a reception desk of some type. On top of the desk here, actually, let me see. Give me a moment here. Here we go. Yes, okay. So on top of the desk, you see some various papers that denote different prisoners that have been brought in. It's kind of a long list, actually, and it has the names of a lot of different people. You notice there seems to be a more recent pattern in the entries. There are a lot of entries at one point right before the entries stop, or let's say there's one point on the page before the entries stop that list a lot of the name Balfour. You see that continuously repeated. And strangely enough, this is like written out so you can read the actual name. After that, you can see, and I mean it's written in common. After that, on the next page, and all the way up to the very last entry, you see repeated the name Drach. Very strange.
All right, what is this guy on the wall over here?
That's a torch.
Oh, okay.
It's unlit.
I'm gonna keep that unlit for right now.
Okay.
And then let's head down this way.
You see Valphalin, an old friend, who was peering around the corner and is quite surprised to see you. His weapon is drawn, and he looks ready for a fight, but as he recognizes you, he squints his eyes a bit, lowers his weapon.
Misku, don't do that. Where did you come from? How is it that you were in the ruin?
Misku just kind of jerks the thumb backwards from the way she came, saying, "Yeah, we just kind of found a hole in the wall and started busting our way through."
Is anyone else with you?
Yeah, I've got the human and the sneaky guy with me.
I see. I assume they're further in. Well, at least we know it's safe.
Govan calls from down the hall. It appears to be all clear over here, too. Fear, you're up.
Well, it's time to gather back up with the rest of the party. Heck, what's that? Okay. Books. Wait, what was over here again? Hang on a sec. Yeah, I'll come back up here and be like, do not go in that down area. Oh man.
So Cyrene and Misku, you guys watch Fear sort of walk up from around the corner. He looks like his face has turned quite green, but he looks okay otherwise.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Kimmerer paces forward. Misku, were you with the team that came in the other entrance?
Yeah.
I see. Did you find anything?
Misku just dangles down the pendant. Yeah, wait, yeah, we found an undead wearing one of these guys.
She gasps, and she is like looking at this pendant and turns to Govan and says, "This is the insignia of House Drach, but this is impossible. House Drach didn't exist during this time. None of our records include anything from House Drach during the time that this ruin would have existed." Govan shrugs. So they were around before. I don't see how that's a big deal. Kimmerer moves over to him, and they kind of go into sort of a lengthy conversation about dwarven history and what we have recorded, and probably the most important piece of the conversation is what this means is House Drach existed long before we have records. Ahara, you're up.
Can I just hear like the voices from further up?
Yeah, you could probably hear it from down the hall, or from down the hall. It's very, very quiet in here, and you probably catch the majority of it in echo.
All right. I'm gonna move up towards, I guess where, I don't know which way to go.
As you move through the hallway, and you come out into this larger area, there is the desk here, atop which has the sort of the roster of different people who have been brought through. Like I said, you notice the same pattern as Misku did before. There are also several drawers on this desk and various other implements, writing utensils, paper, things like that.
All right. Can I rifle through any other drawers or see if there's anything worth keeping?
Yeah, absolutely. So opening one of the drawers, actually, you find a key. Rather large key, as a matter of fact. And it has a bit of an engraving on it. However, that engraving is in Dwarvish. Do you know Dwarvish?
I do not.
Then you can't read it. You can identify it as Dwarvish, though.
Plague on the stiff-necked dwarfs. All right. How far was that? I'll just maybe come right up to the corner here. That's about as far as I could probably make it.
All right. Cyrene, you're up. Cyrene? Can you, are you there? Cyrene, you there? I guess we'll, she might be AFK or something. Let's go ahead and skip her for now, and we'll move on.
I think I went over there. I think she's having problems with her Discord. She's shutting her up again.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Ah, yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my thing cuts out, and so I have to like exit the voice chat completely. Okay.
All right.
So.
You're up.
All right. Just gonna move up here, and I guess just look ahead, try to see or hear anything she can hear from right here.
So this is the direction that Misku and Ahara and Anterius have come from. Upon seeing you, Anterius kind of gives a wave. You approach this desk, atop which is are various papers. The ones on top, like I mentioned before, have a list of different prisoners who have been brought in. You see the same pattern as before. On the page previous to the most recent entries, there is a lot of lists of some, this name Balfour, B-A-L-F-O-U-R, written in common. And underneath that are, and all the way up to the very end, are a bunch of entries for the last name Drach, which you recognize.
Alright, so she's just gonna take a look at that, and that's my turn.
Right. So Anterius brushes just past you, Ahara, and proceeds up to Valphalin, who says, "Captain, Ahara, it is good to see you again."
Well met.
It seems Govin has already proceeded into the next area.
Tess, you're
Anything worth noting?
Nothing yet, just that most has been clear. The undead seem to be... Well, we did encounter some undead.
Us as well.
Tess, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna explore the rest of the clothes that are left over in this little corner. See if there's anything that might fit me or might be good for me.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Fresh fit.
Bloop.
While most of the clothes seem tattered and torn, you actually find one set of clothing that strikes you as quite odd. It's a rather elaborate-looking set of clothing, and it's placed off to the side and kind of under the table here. It's taken. It looks like it's taken quite a beating over just over time. Looks like it has been chewed on by various animals and things like that. However, as you kind of pick up this set of clothes, it's much larger than you would imagine would fit a dwarf. However, one thing that also sticks out is that the back of this, the back on the of this set of clothing have these slots in it. They, at first glance, they look like just normal tears, but then you notice that there's stitching around them, implying that these were holes made deliberately.
Demons.
That's the first
I
thing
don't
that
know.
comes to mind anyway, are the wings of demons.
This is just she's just gonna kind of drag it with her and then head back down toward this hallway.
Strange, though. What would demons need with fancy clothes? Very fancy. In fact, some of the
I'm
inlays
so
you've noted,
fancy.
are they...
You read so.
So some of the inlays that you notice, they could be actual gold.
Yeah, Tess is just gonna take it with her, and then she's just gonna head back down this hallway.
Dragging your blanket.
So, right about here, and then that's it.
Okay, Govin stays put. Misku, you're up.
All right. So we are reunited party. Guess I will meander this way. And what am I seeing here exactly?
So this is a very large, empty area. Doesn't look like this has had very much foot traffic in some time. But over on the wall, in this area here, there's a large sign with Dwarven writing on it.
I cannot read Dwarven.
I can, but I'm so far removed from everyone.
Some braziers are over here. And there are some columns along the walls. Perhaps this was a sort of maybe like a park area, if you will, albeit underground.
All right, well, I'm gonna post up right here. Keep watch.
Given that you've encountered the undead previously in this area, the silence to you is very troublesome. You don't hear anything. You don't sense anything. Valphalin follows after you. Valphalin... Nope. Valphalin also looks at the large sign questioningly. Ian, you're up.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just we'll come in here and see what's going on in this area.
So, just like I said before, you see the two braziers hanging out here. There is also a large sign with Dwarven writing on the wall right here.
You know what? I'm gonna put on my my little finger goggles, and I'm gonna use comprehend languages.
I'm sorry, you're what?
You remember when we went to the visitor center and I put my fingers over my head or over my eyes as my finger goggles so that I can see and read things?
Oh, right.
Okay. So this sign says,
church. South. Residences, east.
Residences.
Oh, it's a street sign of sorts. So, and I'll relay that to them. Hey, so there's a church apparently to the south, and then residences to the east.
Really concerned if these residences are evil.
Well, if they are, we'll just head to the church.
Misku, this is where this is basically a dwarven underground city. I'm not sure if I had ever made that clear.
And but yeah, I guess that'll be my turn then.
Okay. Kimrim continues her conversation with Govin. Actually, she's going to kind of make her way around the corner here. Ahara, you're up. Or actually,
Okay.
no, I'll not put her around the corner. Let's just leave her there.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. All right, I'll come down to this main thoroughfare here, and I don't know if I should head. Which way I should go?
You know what? Kimrim actually sees you, kind of looking about, and she says, "Don't worry about us. Govin here needs a lesson. Why don't you follow the others?"
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds kinky.
What you do in your time. All right, so I'm going to join the rest of the peeps over here. And I haven't really been paying attention to the walls. Is there anything here, like, notable that I might see?
So in this particular place, do you read Dwarven at all?
Nope.
You probably did hear Ian Fear explaining that the sign on the wall right here says Church South, Residences East.
Right.
And otherwise, there are two braziers here and here. Otherwise, this looks like it may have been some sort of maybe some sort of meeting area for people who lived here.
Okay. And is there any doors or anything to the south?
Not to the south here, no.
Interesting. Okay. I'll just try and catch up with the folks here and just I don't know, follow wherever they're going.
Cyrene, you're up. Just gonna have Anterius go at the same time. He catches up with you, Misku.
So Cyrene is just gonna go and be with all the rest of the people.
Actually, no. Anterius is gonna stick with these guys.
She's just gonna stand here.
Come on, party people.
As
Put
you
your hands in the air.
As you come, as you walk down toward Kimrim, she actually signals to you, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay. Why don't you go with the rest of your friends?" Anterius nods. "I'll make sure these two are safe." Cyrene?
Yeah, I just said I was gonna move down here, to where the other people were.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, is that to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. So it was just telling us to be careful?
She was saying to go ahead and move up with the rest of us because she needs a little private time to give Govin a lesson.
Oh, okay.
Anterius is over here as well, and he says, don't worry, I'll make sure these two are safe.
Oh, okay. Doot, doot, doot. Just moving.
Okay, so you're going to continue into the area down here?
Yeah.
All right, so off to the left here, you see a small desk, behind which is a skeleton leaned up against the wall. The skeleton's face is somewhat deranged. Looks like... almost like claw marks. Like big ones.
Oh, that's scary. But there's nothing in the room, correct, that I can see or sense?
Well, there's a desk. But no, nothing living, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. What's on the desk?
So the desk... are you going to search the desk, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh.
So inside the desk, let's see. Okay. So inside the desk, you find a handful of documents. Let me grab them real quick here. This is... ah, yes. Okay. How can I... okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show this to everybody, but this is what you find. Oh, I guess I could have just... hold on. You know what? It's too late. I already showed it to everybody. So this is what you find. Appears to have... it's written in common, much to your surprise, but it appears to have a... well, this appears to be some sort of ledger that lists various deposits and withdrawals from various people.
So I'll just hold on to that just in case that becomes important later.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Tess. Tess, since we're not in combat, you can move all the way up to... you are able to move all the way up to the party if you'd like.
Oh, I'm still exploring these areas over here.
Oh, okay. Then by all means.
Yeah, like, is this like just a dead end or is this a door?
That's the gate from before. I think you
Okay.
might have been away for that. We were... Kimrim checked that and had called back to Ian Fear as you were making your way up to the north that it is locked tight.
Okay, and that's where we fought the zombies. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and move up with the group. Reassemble while also holding this outfit that has the weird cutouts in it.
You see Tess approach with yet another of the outfits from the stall before Ian Fear, and you hadn't realized this before, how intricate this one looks. Although it's very, very tattered, you definitely pick up on the on these gold inlays. Like, they look like they are made of gold. Now that you're kind of getting a chance to look at it more closely. But once again, now that she has it kind of unfolded and is dragging it along the ground here, you notice that this is much larger than a dwarf.
Ooh, shiny.
And again, the back on this piece of clothing have these two large holes in it. At first glance, it looks like just a tear, but then you notice that there is stitching around it.
Huh.
Tess points
Okay.
out this almost looks like some kind of creature with wings has worn this before. I'm not quite sure what kind.
With wings?
Yeah, because
Why
the
would-
hole's on the back here, and she points at the stitching.
Why would dwarves need clothing with wing holes?
This is too big for a dwarf, unless dwarves were really, really, really big in the past? But then
I'm
that
not
kind of
quite
defeats
sure.
the purpose of dwarf.
Be a demon, but hard to tell without, I don't know, seeing the creature itself. These outfits are really weird, though.
Cameron pokes her head out from around the corner. I'm sorry. What were you just talking about?
This
These
unusual outfit.
outfits.
So she kind of looks over the outfit. No, these are not dwarven. Very interesting. And such fancy clothing. Tess, you actually recognize the style of these clothing, or this piece of clothing, as being similar to the clothing that you saw in those paintings.
Oh yeah, those paintings with the dwarves that appeared to have the big noses. Could they be bird people?
That's silly. That right?
I've never seen a bird person myself. But that's really the only explanation that I can have for clothing that has slits like this in the shoulders. Not sure why everything around here would be written in what appears to be dwarvish, though.
I have read that some of my people have wings. Could it be that these are dragonborn clothing?
I don't know, do you want to try this on? And Tess, tosses the clothing toward Val.
I'll pass, thanks. They're not quite my style.
Misku, you're up.
Right. A lot of things on the screen. There we go.
We're almost wrapped up, guys.
Misku's gonna start poking her head around here. And let's head.
Misku, there's another sign here on the wall. Actually, no, you know what? There's another sign here.
Oh.
So it has an arrow pointing off this direction, and it has the same word as before, or the same words as what you saw in the other room, that you now know mean south, church, residence east.
Right.
Misku, the door here.
Okay. Alright.
The door here is one of the strangest things you've seen yet. So, this is... Although the walls are caked in this layer of dust, the door before you seems much newer. But similar to the ones that you've seen no, I take that back. So, this door has what appear to be like a sort of brass inlays on them that kind of root around, and they form into this this large circle around a depression in the center. Around the circle, there are 6 other depressions. And like I said, one in the very center.
Guess I'll take a close look at that door.
Interestingly, yeah, you can't open it. It's absolutely sealed tight.
Okay. And there's no kind of, can I investigate? Is there any kind of mechanism on it of any sort, or?
Like I said, there are several depressions in the front of this door. One in the center, and then there's a circle around that one in the center that have 6 other depressions.
You think it's depressions that look like a button, like it's something I could touch, or does it look like?
Possibly
like
something could be inserted.
Okay. Then I guess I will proceed eastwards to the potentially evil residences. And I will get to this corner and post up.
Balphalin follows you. We're going to do one more round. Ian Fear? You're up.
Okay, well... yeah, it's time to do some exploring of my own. So first, I'm going to be right here. Okay. And where'd you say this sign was?
It's actually over here.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna head over this way.
A narrow hallway leads up to the north. Yet another sign on the side here with the same words as before, and an arrow pointing off toward this hallway here. Says, Church, south, residences, east. Or residential is actually a better translation.
Yeah.
It's the residential district.
All right. Yeah, and where'd you say the sign was again? Right.
Yeah, it's like right here on the wall underneath the torch.
All right. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for me.
Kimmerin proceeds back around the corner, contemplating what she has just seen. Ahara, you're up.
Okie dokie. I will first follow where they're going. Behind Ian Fear.
Ahara and Ian Fear, please roll a perception check.
Ooh.
No problem. Ian Fear, you hear something. Actually, Ahara, you hear this too. You can't really make out what it is, but you hear it coming from the narrow hallway. Seems very distant.
I was going to say, maybe Talos might have good enough hearing to determine if it's something that we should be concerned about.
Talos does you do notice that Talos kind of does lock on to the hallway.
I don't know if I can peer into the hallway. Oh, I don't see anything straight down, but
no,
it gets dark. It's too far away.
Yeah, you don't see anything. It's a long hallway.
Well, I'm just going to prepare myself then, in case something comes down that hallway.
Very well. Cyrene, you're up.
All right, Cyrene is just going to exit this room and go back over down this little area here. and just like look around, see if there's anything extra that she might have missed.
There is a gate right here, set into the wall. You can't pass through it, but you can see beyond it. And beyond this gate, you see what looks to be these, essentially these troughs. At the top of one, this one over here on the side, you see a faint glimmer, something metallic, gold.
Okay. Well, since there's no way to get in there, I guess she's just gonna chill here and see if anyone comes by, has a key or something like that.
Okay.
But that is my turn.
Very well. Skipping Anterius. Tess, you're up. This will be the last turn.
Oh, there's a little dice right in my way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move into this hallway here, but check out the south. A little door, or what is this right here?
So this is the door that Misku just investigated. This is a...
Okay.
Unlike the rest of the scenery here, which seems to be caked in dust, this is a very new-looking door. It has several... it has the... oh my god. It has the same brass inlays as the door that you saw previously, but this one is different in that instead of having only the one depression in it, it has 7 total. There's a circle with depressions, 6 depressions, all around this one in the center, which is very decorated, and yeah, that one very final looking. Yeah, central one.
Okay, I'm just gonna move forward then. Kind of check out the area with everyone. There's also a hallway door. Oh, okay, I see. Nothing big happening, just kind of checking out everything.
All right. Well, guys, that's about all the time we've got for today. We will continue this adventure next time.
Word.
Hope everybody has enjoyed the show, and we hope to see you next week on New Dalancia. As always, this is VGpunx, the video game punk, and we're signing off. Keep a song in your heart.